Welcome back to Mind Vibes, the gym for your personal growth. We are proud of you that you're trying to become the best version of yourself by watching our videos. With us, you will be more motivated, more proud of yourself, and you will be hungrier to achieve your goals. Stay with us and let's start with the video of today. Mind Vibes. Who doesn't know Albert Einstein, the most famous scientist of the 20th century? His greatest contribution was the theory of relativity. However, in addition to his precious scientific legacy, he has given us some brilliant phrases very useful for our personal growth. Here then are some of his phrases that can serve as inspiration and reflection. It is said, no matter if it is truth or legend, that Albert Einstein as a child was not considered particularly intelligent by his teachers. He had a very hard time expressing himself and relating to others. He started talking very late. He didn't do it until he was 3 years old. During his adolescence, his problems worsened. It is certain that Albert Einstein was unable to integrate into the secondary education in which he found himself studying. It is said that a professor, Dr. Joseph Degenhardt, told him that he would never achieve anything in life. Despite this, Einstein did not lose motivation and managed to develop the theory of relativity, the same one that many tried in vain to discredit. In these videos, we will talk about some of his personal conclusions that led him to what he is today. But first, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. It takes less than 2 seconds. Let's start. Einstein said, "There are two ways of looking at life. Believing that there can be no miracles, or believing that it is all a great miracle." This is a phrase from Albert Einstein that can make us change our attitude towards life. Do we consider ourselves victims of everything that happens to us? Do we think we don't have the ability to influence what happens to us? Sometimes, what we perceive as negative anguishes us to such an extent that we are unable to recognize the opportunities it brings us. Today's society contaminates our gaze with a filter, the filter of deficiency rather than abundance. We believe we need to purchase goods or services that equip us with what we have been made to believe we lack. For many, it is as if, not even for a moment, anything was enough. They feel poor and lacking, a sensation that, in one way or another, we have all experienced at least once. It is important to take a new perspective on life by accepting what is owned by other people. Instead of denying and rejecting them, we try to see situations from different perspectives, until we are able to be aware that our vision can make the difference between an opportunity won or lost. Living on autopilot. There are few who see with their own eyes and feel with their hearts. This second sentence from Albert Einstein refers to something many of us do without applying consciousness: living on autopilot. Our beliefs, mostly learned or inherited, our habits or mental and behavioral patterns direct our lives. In this way, we remain blind. It is difficult to get out of the automatic mode. However, there are many activities, such as meditation or mindfulness, which invites us to be more present, to move away from the mechanical way of life that makes us behave like robots. There is nothing more enriching than being able to connect with our inner part. The danger of doing nothing. Madness is always doing the same thing, expecting different results. What is the use of always tripping over the same stone? We tend to expect things to change without changing our habits, our attitudes, without maturing. It is as if we give the responsibility for what happens to us to a higher force, as if luck or misfortune or guilt belong to others. Very often, people settle into complaining or victimization, saying things like, "I don't like my job, but I can't find another one," or "I know my partner will change, I will succeed." All this, as Albert Einstein says, is madness. To begin to see different results, it is necessary to make changes within ourselves. Move, get out of our safety zone, take action, but don't stand still. It is difficult to obtain different results by repeating the same pattern over and over again. To fail is to stop trying. You only fail when you stop trying. This fourth sentence from Albert Einstein allows us to reflect on what, for a long time, we have taken for granted. Failures are not a good reason to throw in the towel, as you can learn a lot from them. Failures are a lesson, and seeing them from this perspective allows us to move forward. There are not a few people who think that failure is the sign that determines the moment to give up, to believe that this is not for us. If Albert Einstein believed this, today we would not enjoy his legacy or that of many other people who have made great contributions to progress. Well, yes, true failure only happens when we stop trying or when we despise the path and fix ourselves only on the final goal. The power to change the way you think. The world we have created is the product of our thinking, and therefore cannot change unless we first change our way of thinking. Although it is difficult to behave, the reality we see, the way we perceive it, is very influenced by our previous experiences and by those filters, such as optimism or pessimism, that we've integrated through experience to our gaze. For this reason, it is useless to complain about how circumstances treat us, as it is we who must change our way of thinking and the way we see them. Knowing all this, Albert Einstein offers us the opportunity to reflect on all those behaviors that make us feel at the mercy of circumstances as if we have no control over them. In reality, every change is born within us. We have great power that we do not take advantage of. If you are in the process of personal growth, if you are going through a crisis, or if you feel that it is difficult for you to move forward, these quotes from Albert Einstein can help you. Reflecting on each of them will help you to open your mind, to question everything you have learned and practiced automatically, and will allow you to experience life in a much more stimulating way. If you like this video, let us know in the comments if you knew these things about Einstein and if you will put them into practice too. See you in our next video.